I recall one of the most shocking stories that ever happened. Until today, I don't know how to explain it.
He said, I went in a small village, and in the city there was a masjid, a small masjid. And he said, we were going to a place called Tarsus, and this was the bordering city between the Muslims and the enemy of Islam at that time. And there was war taking between these two countries. And he said, we were going there because we were soldiers. He said, I stopped by that city, and in the masjid, after Salat al-Isha, I stood up and I said to the people, Ya ayyuhan nas, O people, fear Allah and be part of this and join us and help al-Islam. He said, not too many people responded. And I went and I rent a room for the night. And he said, Subhanallah, in the middle of the night, someone is knocking on the door. And I said to myself, who could that be? I'm a stranger in the city, nobody knows me. He said, I get a little bit concerned, so I opened the door. And what did he see? A lady in the middle of the night. A woman came to my door wearing hijab from head to toe, wearing niqab. And when I opened the door, I was shocked. And I said to her, Ya Amatallah, what are you doing? فقالت, are you Aba Qudamah?
Are you the man who was calling out for recruitment today? Were you the man who was gathering wealth in order to go and guard our borders and protect us? He said, yes. So she said, please open your hand. And he opened his hand and she dropped a piece of cloth which was wrapped up into his hand. Take this, it is an amanah. It is a trust. And she ran off. I wanted to ask her many other questions, but she had no reply. So I went inside and I opened that cloth and I found a piece of paper with something written on it and a thick lock of hair. I read the paper and the paper said, today you are calling out for recruitment to fight with you and protect the weak people. I am a woman and unable to fight. And I don't have enough wealth to give you. So my heart was struck with shock and sorrow when I did not find anything to give you. So I went home and cut a lock of my hair. And that is the one you see in this cloth. The only thing which I can give to the cause of this is my lock of hair. I ask you to please use it as your rein, the rope that would steer the horse, so that maybe Allah will recognize this and know that I was fighting with you in that jihad. He said, Subhanallah, what kind of a woman is this? He said, so I took the lock of hair and I did put it onto my reins. The next morning I gathered the troops and we went out into the battlefield. When we reached the battlefield, we noticed that a group of army after a day began to make their way towards us. And so I got the army ready and I told them to stand guard. As we were about to move forward, I heard a voice from a far distance calling out, Ya Aba Qudamah, Ya Aba Qudamah. And he's riding his horse and he's coming so fast. And he said, Ya Aba Qudamah, I ask you by Allah, wait for me, wait for me. Say to the people who are with me, proceed, continue, I'll deal with this man. And the man jumped out of his horse and he's panting and he's breathing hard. And he said, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah that I was able to catch up with you. Ya Aba Qudamah, let me come with you, let me go with you. And he said, this man is covering his face. And I realized that voice is a voice of a young man. And I said to him, remove the veil out of your face. If you're a man, we will take you with us. But if you're a kid, we will send you back to your parents. And he removed, he says, Subhanallah. The only thing that I can compare the face
face of this young man is the moon, light, radiance coming, shining out of his face. And I said to him, you're just a boy. Go back to your mother. Go back to your parents. And the young boy, he was shocked, taken back. Wallahi, my father died for the same cause that you're dying for. Ya Aba Qudamah, don't turn me back. And he said, Ya Aba Qudamah, Wallahi, I am a man. Look at this, the mentality of that young man. He said, Wallahi, I'm a man. I memorized the book of Allah. The way they think was completely different. It's the principles, standards.
How can you come and fight with us? No, you are not allowed to come and fight with us. You are too young. Return back. And he said, but my mother came to you last night. He said, your mother? He said, yes, my mother. He said, who is your mother? And he said, she's the one that gave you a lock of her hair. And she told you to look after me. He said, is that your mother? He said, Naam. He said, you should go back and look after her, son. Don't come here and fight. And he started to hold on to him. And he said to him, no, Abu Qudamah, no. My father fought in jihad and I want to fight too. I want to defend. Please accept me. I have great experience. I have fought many battles. And I'm an experienced horse rider. Wallahi, you will find me that I'm able to help you a lot. When he insisted on him, and he insisted on him, Abu Qudamah looked at him and he said to him, okay, if you are insisting on traveling along with us, then you have to stand in the last line. And your work is to prepare food for the soldiers. He said, fair enough, I'll do that.
And he said, I had no choice. So I said to him, stay close to me. He said, when we ride on our horses,